How many years did the people of the cave sleep? According to the people of the book, the sleepers of the cave slept for 300 solar years, whereas according to the Arabs, this equals 309 lunar years. God says, and they remained in their cave 300 years and exceeded by 9. Say, Yahweh knows best how long they remained. To him belongs the unseen of the heavens and the earth. How perfectly he sees and how perfectly he hears. They have no protector besides him, and he shares his judgment with no one. Qur'an 18:25-26. Thus, the duration was 300 solar years or 309 lunar years. For every 100 lunar years exceed 100 solar years by approximately 3 years. Why the youths took refuge in the cave? The main reason the youths, the people of the cave, retreated to the cave was their firm belief in the oneness of God. Their ruler at the time worshipped idols and commanded his people to do the same. When he forced them to abandon monotheism, they refused and held tightly to the worship of God alone. God says, "We strengthened their hearts when they stood up and said, 'Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth. We shall never call upon any deity besides him. If we did, we would indeed be saying something outrageous.'" Qur'an 18:14. Polytheism is a fabrication against God and an injustice to the human soul. So the youths withdrew from a society of shirk and sought refuge in the cave, where God caused them to sleep for a long time. What happened after the people of the cave awoke when the period decreed by God ended? The youths awoke. They wondered among themselves how long they had slept. God says, "And thus we resurrected them so that they might question one another." One of them said, "How long have you remained?" They said, "We have remained a day or part of a day." They said, "Your Lord knows best how long you have remained." Qur'an 18:19. They thought they had slept no more than a day or part of it, because they entered the cave in the morning and awoke close to sunset. Their leader, as Ibn Abbas explains, left the knowledge of their true duration to God after noticing the dramatic changes in their hair, nails and faces changes that could only occur after many long years. Their discovery of their true period of sleep was one of the signs of God's power. Though asleep, their bodies did not appear like ordinary sleepers. Anyone who looked upon them would think they were awake. Their dog lay stretched at the cave's entrance while the sun rose and set in a way that never struck them directly. Eventually, hunger drove them to send one of their group into the city with a piece of silver, cautiously and in disguise, fearing that the ruler who persecuted them might still be alive. He did not know that more than 3 centuries had passed and that the world had changed. When he presented the ancient coin to buy food, the merchant was astonished and questioned him. Upon hearing his story, the townspeople, who by then were believers, followed him to the cave. There, God caused the youths to pass away peacefully. Arguments about their number. People disputed their number. Some said they were 3 and their dog was the 4th. Others said 5 and their dog the 6th. And others said 7 and their dog the 8th. God clarified that the truth of their number is known only to him. They will say, 3, the 4th of them being their dog. And they will say, 5, the 6th of them being their dog, guessing at the unseen. And they will say, 7 and the 8th of them is their dog. Say, my Lord knows best their number. None knows them except a few. So do not argue about them except with clear argument, and do not ask any of them about them. Qur'an 18:22. Some people wanted to build a place of worship over them, as is the habit of those who excessively venerate the righteous. The lesson in their long sleep, the story of the people of the cave, like other Quranic narratives, contains many lessons. God made their sleep last centuries to reinforce belief in the resurrection after death, as he says. Until when death comes to one of them, he says, "My Lord, send me back so that I may do righteousness." No. It is but a word he speaks. And behind them is a barrier until the day they are resurrected. Qur'an 23:99-100. Their long sleep is one of the clearest proofs of God's power. It served as evidence against the deniers and a source of increased faith for the believers. God preserved their bodies and their faith throughout that vast span of time, showing his care for his righteous servants. Their remarkable sleep stands as a sign that everything in the universe occurs according to God's decree and will.